Hey, welcome to this.
Where's the fucking stream? Likely here, yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, what's up? Good morning. My charts are so messy right now. Too much stuff happening. Oh, what's up, Markin? What's up, what's up? How you doing, brother? So we are still within that time window for the possible bull trap push higher, but right now both Ethereum, Bitcoin and USDT pretty much sitting on the bearish movement that can occur. So as long as we don't have a clear closure on daily below that level, I'm very careful. Nice. So you will have a lot of time again. Lovely. How's the garden going actually for you? And good morning, Interpassion. You didn't send me any updates, man. I miss looking at the garden you are doing. I bet it's looking very good right now. Let's go first on 4-month chart. I'll check Solana. This is looking relatively good, but this is not enough data for us. Why the charts look so different? That's so different. Hmm. This looks relatively fine, it's at the low. But how is it looking on the 4-month chart? It's respecting that low, so that's good. that's the case, then Sol could pump all the way up here at least. What do we have here? UNF, that was out. We do have a PCM here. It's pretty much done. Nice. Nice. Let me chart the PCM here. So we swept the high of this price action. We do have a trend line that people are probably watching here. There's no free tap as of now. Now this kind of gives me an idea that it will go higher, but this is vague. So this is not... What the fuck is this vague, bro? So this is not a real thing that we can use. It has to be like this. That vig is crazy. It was spot. Yeah. What the fuck? It was here as well. Interesting. Demand chain is still holding on this. So this is good. This is what we were talking last time. If we wanted to see a Wyckoff with the free model with the free lows. I told you that if we hold the demand chain, it will go higher. So that's currently happening. So this is the model 2. And this was the LPS pretty much. But I think this has been a long time since we have been on this chart, because there was not this low back then, so probably more than a month or so. Definitely more than a month actually. Any update on the World Rebellion Fire trade? Yes, we will check it. I was looking into this red thing, which is a weekly enhanced order block. I'm still holding it. Feel like it's just kinda bored right now, but the good thing is that we tested the splash flip 2 times at least, so it should be valid. Just kinda stuck in nowhere right now. It's kinda ranging, so it's good. Let me see where's the cycles at. We need to go for daily for that. Let me switch the songs. Okay. So the cycles for the daily are pretty much... We don't have that much time in... Or like not time, but not much data of that. And I think this was as well here, yeah, okay. So we can go only on 4 hours, 6 hour chart to check these cycles. So we do have a Q2 cycle here. This is something that could be tested too. Right now being pressured by the Q3 cycles. Basically once this breaks above, it will fly. This is a 333 cycle, and also you have been pressured by this Q4 cycle. As you see, there is a Q1 right here, which is now supporting the current price. So if you delete this, I maybe should do it more so it's more visible. I know it looks a little bit confusing, but basically the Q3 and Q4 is holding it. Q1 is now supporting that level, And Q2 can be possible lowest level we could sweep for the expansion. There's likely going to be some sort of Vykov here too. We pop up the volume. And this is the high volume candle, but that one is not as clear as we want to because it's big. It doesn't really hold the data for volume, but this is better on 1 hour. So potentially this could be our starting climax candle for Vykov. And if we were to jump on lower time frame, we need even lower. So 15 minutes. And we drag it from here to the lowest candle. Then we go back to 1 hour at least. And we can turn off these. You see that the splash zones kinda splash pip zone is aligning with the Q2 zone. So if you were to build some sort of a free tab here as well, which there's possibly one loading here. Fuck. Okay, good. Then this would be like a ideal scenario right now, where we do something like this. We entered well FI a little bit early, but I was thinking that it could run apart from the Trump ICP wick. That was Solana, the one chart we checked today, if you mean that. That wasn't a ICP. My cats are fighting, what the hell? Oh, let's do them. For ICP, said that I'm buying spot. I think we are going to see like 400% rise at least. Since you mentioned ICP, but yeah. Kinda gives me an similar vibes to what Tech did. Zcash. There's definitely something that's going on. And I think it will pump quite soon, probably. Sure. It's morning anyway. I didn't expect many people to be here today since mostly majority is probably working, so yeah, see you. Have a good day. What was happening here on Tao? Yeah, it was the chart we checked last time where I said that it's still making lower lows. So good build up, some sort of a free tab here. It does have a support here that is unswept. We go on lower time frame, I think it's going to be the same. Yep. So there's a lot of liquidity below that level. And if we check here, cycles, we do have a cycle here, Q1, and we also have Q3 here, both right now fighting with that zone. So see how we are holding this at this moment. Which as well, possible bearish free tap loading here. You know the stuff already. If we go on 4 hour, it's likely going to be a PCM here as well. This is our PCM. So, ideal scenario, we sweep this high as well and create a free tap. But we should come at least above this level. The question is if we sweep the high or if we drop immediately before sweeping that. That depends on the SSMT with the other pairs, so yeah. But you see, this is a possible future Vyckoff low. Let me check it on 1 hour too. Yeah, this is the big volume. So very likely this low is going to be swept, as this is a selling climax SC. I will mark it the way I do it actually for the SC, so like this. So if we get the fill up here, I would be looking to short into the SC. If we drop immediately here, would be targeting the high of the free tap if it's unswept and unclosed. I see closure above this level and then drop lower. Is there any coin we didn't check for a long time? I didn't check Link for a while. We had the long from 7 exactly here. I closed quite a lot of it already. Still holding some runners. But let's check where should be the next goal to get that. So what drags my what I see here immediately is firstly this level. And I also like this level and this level. This is something I would be watching for. Let me check on daily if there's like a Monetar's hidden order block that he was teaching. Was also crazy big. Nothing that I would see here. But basically this is a supply flip into demand flip, so this is something you don't want to ignore. You can see how beautiful free tap was here. This is also why we longed it here. Because this was also a PCM. Yeah, I mean, Link is likely going to go very high in this next cycle. Like, at least for the all-time high. One of the charts that looks quite nice. Doge. Let's check Doge. Currently being supported by this old cycle. I actually haven't checked Doge for a long time, so maybe this is going to be a trade soon. Because like, look at the zone, that one we have from the old cycle, it's looking very good. Was it swept? It was stepped, precisely. Interesting. Let's check it like this first, because we don't know what was happening on the lower time frame, then leave it like this. Now we drop to lower time frame. And even lower. Okay, so this held, Splash held this zone. Then we had the Vyckoff low. But we don't have as much volume here. Only going to keep it like this. We do have some UNFs. This is potentially a loading PO3. This is for sure a good place to bid spot. Just trying to check if there's any current setup that we could take. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's go on weekly. Let me check the order blocks. There's one here. But I don't like this much. I'll mark this for sure. Go on daily. Also a free tap loading. It's also a higher time frame free tap. This is valid. This is one of the variations. This could bring us to this level. The other cycle. Q2. I could see this happening. What happened here? So we had Q2, Q2 into Q2, Q4. Mark the bottom. 3 is manipulation. Depends what is the 16-year cycle as of now. But I mean, like, Doge looks good. No doubts about that, because if you go on a weekly, there's like multi-level free taps. We have one here on weekly. Right here. There's a level here on the weekly. What did the splash do here? Didn't mark the bottom. Unless it was on daily and that was slower. That would be possible. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's the same level. Okay. And is it the same here? Yes, it is. And there's a small support. Like 50-50. I mean, it looks okay, but not for a future trade. If you're willing to hold a couple of weeks. Should be higher. Ethereum Bitcoin chart that looks absolutely like crazy good right now, but need to be careful about the breakout and about around this zone as of now. But overall, this chart looks amazing, ready for a breakout. Not anything that I would dislike on the chart. This is happening here. Not much. Others dominance, also a chart I didn't check for a long time. What's this? This was swept. There's a free tap. It's a bit questionable. I immediately see that people are likely watching this. I'm not sure how that pattern is called, but I know it exists. Like, it's the, what should I mark it with? so it's visible. Let me actually do it with the orange lines. Is this like the wedge pattern or something like that? Interesting thing is this was a very low volume candle compared to the other ones. This was straight up dump without any buying pressure. It was selling climax for sure either way. But this candle is much more better. How's the cycles looking here? We are still being pressured by this cycle zone, this current one. So we need to get above that. Once we do, then small coins will run. Bitcoin dominance, one of the charts that are quite interesting at this moment. Very important is to see what we will do around this weekly close. I think I deleted my zone here, but if we do get above this zone, it will likely go to 60.61 pretty much. But we still have 4 days, and we could just be sweeping this high. This was the VVG. And we also had this weekly candle, which could be just a sweep of the high. So if we manage to close below this red zone, I would be quite bullish on small coins in terms of the outperformance. Total 3 is looking quite nice here. Reject the zone. There is an SMT though, which is not ideal. It's likely going to be an SSMT as well. Yeah, this is an SSMT. Oh, oops. So as long as we don't invalidate this, SSMT is quite risky for small coins. This could be just a failed Wyckoff, and the problem with Wyckoff here on the daily is after we made this, the structure, it's way too fast, and there's like, this is not something we wanted to see. We wanted to see like a small range, then slight lower low, and then continuous higher highs, not a violent move. Basically had a flat price action and then quick violent move. So this indicates the possible bull trap as well. Hey, we checked Solana. You can check it from replay. I might jump into the chart later on too. Again. XRP, we'll check XRP for sure. Yeah, I think we actually discussed XRP last time. On the last stream. There was the liquidity curve, and then we had the splash zone from here. So perfectly respected the zone we had and then pumped. But now it's sweeping this high. Potentially see a free tap, bearish free tap here. Let me search up what it did here first. So we had a bearish free tap here without the sweep. Now we are sweeping that. Price action is not looking very healthy as of now. It's the manipulation phase. So this is a PCM. Would be very careful here. I'll mark this, but we need to drop on lower time frame because there might have been a sweep here. If there was, then this is a free tap already in play. Yeah. But if we go 1, 2, 3, it was a sweep, but it's not as clear. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. None of them swept that high as clearly as I would like to see. This is not good because this was a sweep during the creation of free tap. But if we go on 40 minutes, yeah, this is much more clearer. "40 minutes is equal to 2 hours. So if we go to 2 hours, is the free tap clear here? Not really. There's this low as well. 12, 20 minutes, and then we also check 13 minutes. But 20 minutes looks like a valid free tap. 13 minutes is a little bit weird, but yeah, gives the idea too. It's okay, don't apologize, it's fine. Just came so you can't know if we checked some chart or not. No need to apologize. There's like this huge support level that people are likely going to... You see, people are likely longing this. This was a resistance flipped into support, and now people are trying to catch another long off that support. But as we are in the bearish free tap, we have unswept this low, which is pretty much a Wyckoff selling climax, and UNF here. Is the UNF even on higher time frames? Maybe not. Okay, so that UNF isn't as important, but very important is this low where I think we will see the price come down to right now. And if we don't catch that and doesn't bounce, then pray that something here will hold, because there's nothing as of now. And like the weekly candle is bad, very bad. 7 days, maybe something different. There's a huge difference between weekly time frame and 7 days time frame. There seems to be a supply flip into demand. Let's check on daily. Yeah, there was something that flipped the supply into the demand level. I'll refine it a little bit. Let's check lower time frame. This is perfect hold. So this is our supply. One more thing here. This and this. This is potentially another supply level here into demand. Since this was the cycle, this candle, Q3 cycle. Let's mark it like this, actually this, so it's not confusing for us. And this was holding price flipped it here. Maybe if we can find a better wick here, which is likely this one. Did it stop? Yeah, it stopped here. So maybe we get a reaction around 1.37, 0.38. Because this is potentially your SC for Vykov, and now you're missing the STB at least, which would be the sweep of this level and potentially bounce of this one. We might speculate on the possible free tap here being built too. It should be a higher time frame free tap. There's a thing where you can have opposing free taps. This is a higher time frame one, this is lower time frame one. They can work together. There's also a chance that it will do something like this. It could happen easily, because like clear sweep of this on 1 hour is not there yet. It is on lower time frame. By here I mean here. So we might get a close here above that and then turn below, because this is still free tap. Even though sweep was here on lower time frame, but there might be one loading here still, you see. And for higher time frame there's no sweep yet. Slightly weird higher highs for the uptrend. But the confidence for the setup is the Vykov SC. I will jump quickly on the Solana. I'm not sure where we were. Yeah. So I spoke about this chart that we had a Vykov, and we haven't checked it for like a month or so. And we were last time discussing if this is going to be a Model 1 for Vykov or Model 2. Model 2 happened. I think we are checking it somewhere around here. Yeah, we also, you see, we had a supply chain here marked. It barely tapped it, but it tapped the demand, flipped that. So as of now, if Solana dips quite a lot, it needs to hold this level right here, 78. If it doesn't, then you will see new lows. It's fighting with this old cycle. You can mark that one too. It's a what is it? Q1 cycle, which is here. Let me check one more thing here. I might also want to mark this. Held here. It didn't held here. Okay, I will make it slightly less visible just to make it for future reference if I see something there. USDT dominance, very clear chart. We need a closure below this level. Otherwise it's cooked and you will get a retracement on crypto. For now, it's not looking very good. But if we close below this level, you have a open space towards the 5.9 and lower. And that would mean we would be looking for 93,000 on Bitcoin. USDC pretty much the same. We are still missing the Vykov highs. It did happen here, the splash flip. And USDC is quite in the no man's land. If we copy this fib here, let me check where it was. It's weekly level, right? Yeah. let's from here to here. So the same level. And we'll see that daily is respecting that too, so now more of a eyeing for the SSMT between them, and none really occurred here yet, as you see. So it's, I mean, don't want to say it's good for now, but it's better than if we didn't had we had SSMT here, because that would indicate immediate pullback. The same way it happened here when the bull started, basically from 60k, the bullish move. We do not have a SSMT here. I was waiting for one here, but it was invalidated, so that was good. So now it's just a matter of time until something pops here. Today is, by the way, Q3 of the week. As we are in the as we are in the 4-year cycle Q3, it's very likely that we are going to have a high or low of the week today. So the probability for that is quite higher than the usual. Compared to the other days, it's very, very likely that the high or low will come today. DXY, still nothing changed. Still think we go lower, which would support our crypto. Could see it still hit 93k. We go on DXY, DXY here. Where is it? I'm blind, right? Or am I not? I'm not. Okay. We do have the monthly time frame where we had the free tap. If we go on weekly, we'll see there's this big support what we were likely going to sweep, and then we still should see some lower levels. Oh yeah. See that the 333 is loading here, so very likely some continuation lower, which would actually support our idea on the bullish crypto. But I'm just cautious, just for the reason that we are still within this sub-model pretty much. And right now we are, I'll show you a better chart. It's here and it's on Kraken. At this current moment, we are still sitting within this price action. One could say that we had an Elliott waves. But the question is, what's happening next? This is what I think Elliott wave people saw. And now they would expect higher, but I'm just still careful until this is not invalidated. One more thing I realized now that we will need to check. But this could be just this move here. There was the weekly VVG, and we could be still within that model. This is your original consolidation, and these are the liquidity lows. Because this could easily turn into a failed Wyckoff. But what I want to show you is also this SSMT between Ethereum and Bitcoin here. It's a yearly SSMT. And let's go for a Ethereum. Actually, let me open up a second chart here next to it so it's more visible. And here we go for Ethereum USD. You can also use Kraken, why not? Let's hide this. So here, this is the current SMT. But we do have a 4-year SSMT. So like this and this gives me more confidence that Ethereum will run, but Bitcoin is not looking as good. SSMT is between those two 4-year blocks. Can be either here or here. But yeah, see how it looks. I'll mark both of them so you see them more nicely. Both can be valid. Both are bullish long term until invalidated, but yeah. The good thing is that we also had a bearish free tap here already. That happened on Ethereum. The only thing missing is the sweep of the low here. This is your bearish free tap that happened previously on weekly time frame. The only thing that is scary is that like you could sweep the lows of that, but it's very unlikely. And the free kind of confirms that as of now. There was a Wyckoff at the top. This is also where the SMT happened. Like there's so many SSMTs. This was also a yearly SSMT. Yeah. But yeah. So let's go back. Actually, let me check daily. We are in 2-2 here. 2-4 dumped it down. 3-3 is pushing it up. And then we are going to have if this is 2-2, this is the high and low should come in Q4. So we could be in the 16-year Q2 cycle. Let me think real quick. If it started here, then the Q2 manipulation would be lower than that, which started here. So the possibility of us being in the 16-year cycle should drag us to the 20k later on, if it's true. Just this price action doesn't look good, bro. Like you see me always talk about the supports and how they are gonna get fucked later on. Like look at this. This is not helping, bro. Okay. Let's check gold and silver. Gold is on the nice run so far, since we longed. It's funny how people just don't trust the ideas, you know. We are so up on our positions, like 25% spot on silver, 20% on gold. I think this is going to be the end for gold later on. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to check. I wanted to check the just 500 against total. This is the resistance. Yeah, I wanted to check the cycles. Because there's a lot of things up here that are still not untapped. Like right this one here. And for crypto this could be fine. So if Q1 holds it here, we should revisit the Q3. And then Q4 down here. So something like this could happen. And then you are going to want to be out of the crypto. Somewhere in the 2028, 2029. You want to be in stocks or not in anything. I don't know what's going to happen there, but something's gonna happen there. Because this is like a Vikov. This is a weekly Vikov. And it favors stocks in the long term like a lot. So there's, I don't know what's going to happen around here, but I will get rid of my all crypto by that time. It's either crypto will dump a lot and then consolidate for a long time while stocks go up. Yeah, it could be that. But no idea what's going to happen there. AVAX. How's AVAX looking? But hey guys, I think it's going to be last like 10 minutes of the stream. I need to go to shop for food and then cook. And then later on gym and charts. So still quite a lot of stuff on my plan today. So yeah. So like if you have any questions, please ask them right now, and then we'll move on to the end of the stream. And yeah. I just don't like supports, bro. Like, look at this. This is just so fucking bad. Need to go to the gym again, getting some weight. It's okay, brother. I gained like 15 kilos when I was just charting back then. And I rated like 93. Now I'm back at like 84, 83. And yeah, been grinding for past like year and a half. And it's probably the best physique I have right now. Like, I'm actually starting to be happy, which I was never during any of my previous gym years. Oh, sorry, I'm just checking small caps here. Someone's on different chart. 90 is a good pace for like... It's a good start because it's not too much. It's like perfect, and also you will turn that quite easily into muscle, so I think you are in like a perfect weight for hitting the gym. Is there like anything that is very important that we should check before I leave? What are the cycles on here? There's one, like total is here at the Q2 manipulation cycle. Q1 held that. Where's the Q3? It's still lower. Sort of smells like it's going to be a good environment for small caps. The big free tap. If this Q2 can hold it for us here, and Bitcoin would drop. This needs to hold the line for now for us. But Q3 is being built here as of now. Old Q3 is here. So in this case, what do we see? We also need to mark the total, the Q2 previous one here. So we had no interaction with the previous cycle zones. So only first one is this Q2 here. This would be bad. This would be very, very bad. For small caps. Like in short term, not in long term, but in short term, that would mean Bitcoin would outperform total free. Another issue here is that we had a bearish free tap here. Somewhere in here, probably like this, or if you go to weekly, it's going to be higher. Yeah, here, okay. And we never really came back to fill that level. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back on daily. Let me check the other smaller cycles here. What did they do? So Q1 held here. I know you haven't seen me use these cycles as much yet, but they are quite important, and yeah, I built quite a system around that lately, which helps a lot. Chiliz, we will check it. Sure. So we need to see a reaction down here to come lower if you want small caps to run. There's Bitcoin. One more thing then. How's it looking here? There's equal lows. That's not good. So potentially something like this. Usually when people are screaming for something, it's going to happen, but they are too early. Okay, let me check Chiliz. Does Chiliz not have a... Oh. I was like, what the hell? That's quite a Bitcoin. Why would it not have a... Just better. So it's just a straight down chart. What do we have here? So this might not be valid. For today chart first, let's check how this is looking here. We saw the low, so if we manage to close here, could be fine. But then, yeah. Need to recover this low pretty much. First, now on the 40-day time frame. And then this looks good. This is a nice price section because this is a PCM concept pretty much. And so we swap the low. There's possibly also a bullish free tap that was being built here. Yeah, here. Here. This is still valid. You have continuous higher highs. You haven't swept these lows. I mean, Chili's is not looking as bad, but you need to wait for some more data here. We need to see how the Bitcoin will react here. There's some unleft levels. Always pay attention to this low, how it's going to perform around that. Kinda like this candle. More like this, actually. So we'll check for this candle to see if anything happens there. So check quickly. Yeah, I think there's not anything else as of now. So this high, let's check that too. So that was like a key level. So this was our PD array, just old high on the important time frame. Then yeah, I think I would wait for these two possible levels first. Anna? Okay, we can check Anna. And then I will end the stream. I think Anna is going to be quite similar. It's been consolidating for a while. So again, let's start with the 40-day time frame to see what it did here. This is decent looking, but swept the high already here. So this could be finished too. Basically, Anna looks like it's a Chili's post move. Like Chili's is yet to do some sort of dead move, but needs to come down a little bit more. What do we have here? Continuous demand. So attacking into some sort of supply, which was possibly here. Cycles. There's no cycles? How is that so? Right, are they just not loading? There must be a cycle right here. Great, and here too. So I think it's bugged. Which is annoying. But this price action you see here on the last like week, this is a bad looking price action for continuous bullish move now. There's like cycles here that are unswept too. I wouldn't really look into longing this as much. It can sweep the high, but then will create some sort of M and fall again. No, not a chart that I would look to long here. This is annoying. Why is it not showing me the... let me check a different chart then. Maybe it's the Binance. Or else, I don't know. Just doesn't wanna work. That's okay, we don't really need it to chart, like we can do it ourselves on the daily. Oh wait, maybe, yeah, but there was one. There's one here for sure. 36, and now it's one being built. Okay, maybe the reason is because we had only one cycle, so it's not really popping out the colors here. But 4 hour was working, yeah. So, there are any levels? Kinda like this green one, which was holding the price. Yeah, it's like the only zone I would look for. As of now. Until then, nothing that I would do with this chart. I would avoid it a little bit with any new trades. If we go here and use the splash, let me check the daily though, that's going to be better for our chartings. We should see this holding 1 hour, yeah. So this is, as of now, pretty much stopped likely. If it wants to, it sometimes does that. It tests it second time, it will come higher, but then immediately drop lower. So yeah, we'll be careful. Definitely don't expect the price to go insanely high now. For that we would need to see other cryptos majors do that, and that doesn't look as good as of now, right? Too. So thank you for watching today, and we'll see you next time, guys. I have to leave now, so thank you and bye bye.